May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
You are Aashna.
Yes, sir.
Lovely name. What is the meaning of your name?
Sir, it is an Urdu origin word which means beloved or companion.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you have been preparing for the civil services ever since passing out from the college?
Yes, sir. Sir, in the meanwhile, I have also started pursuing my master's in international relations. I'm doing it from South Asian University.
Okay. So apart from preparation, you are also have started pursuing studies and all.
Yes,
I
sir.
find from your DAF that you have also been attached with an NGO. Vidya.
Yes, sir.
So this is for the education of children from vulnerable sections association. Tell us something about this NGO.
Sir, NGO Vidya was established in 1985, and since then it has impacted the life of approximately 4 lakh children. It is majorly focused on the education needs of the children from the vulnerable sections especially. Also, women as well as adult literacy also forms a part of the NGO, but I was mostly associated with the education of the children.
So you are doing such a wonderful job, Aashna. Then why do you want to join the civil services? They are very general in nature.
Sir, civil services also provide you an opportunity to serve the needs of the people, but through a different way. So I would also continue doing my works with the NGO. I would also continue serving the social needs of the people, but also would like to make a change by being in the administration or being a part of the administration.
But if you are a part of the administration, if you are in the IAS, you will hardly be getting any time to get involved with an NGO. It's a full-time job.
Yes, sir.
So you won't be able to strike a balance between the two. Anyways, so while working with NGO, according to you, what difficulties you see are faced by these children from vulnerable sections of society?
So there are various difficulties that are faced by these children. The foremost is the parental support to their educational needs. The parents are not very literate, so they are not able to support their children in their educational needs. One. Two, sir, the quality of teachers is also compromised greatly. I was working in a school in Panchsheel Park, which is one of the elite areas of Delhi, and even there, the teacher quality I found was not very appropriate. Sir, another problem facing these children is the hygiene issue and the quality of water they drink and the food that they eat. That also I found, because I was monitoring them while they were having their lunch, and I did not find it appropriate for the growth needs of those children.
What the government has done for them?
So midday meal scheme has been rolled out, but not all children are comfortable eating in the school premises.
So what could be the reason for that?
Sir, I could not probe much into this area, but the caste of the cook has been one problem. Another problem has been the children are shy taking the food. They feel that they would be judged by other children who are not taking the food, and they would be considered less privileged than those children.
Okay, what has been your personal contribution while tending to children from vulnerable sections or teaching them?
So my personal contribution has been in the form of narrowing the learning gap that has been set in. Because I realized I was teaching the students of class 1 and they were not able to read a single sentence in English. So that I majorly contributed bridging this gap that has set in from the earlier classes and should have been tackled thereon.
Can you think of any other NGO in our country which is doing human service, giving human service in this field?
Sir, NGO Sambhav is one NGO.
Okay, that's wonderful. One last question from my side. Do you think India is a patriarchal society?
Sir, sadly, yes. There have been instances lately where we have tried to get out of the clutches of patriarchy, but it is a deep-seated norm in the Indian society and has remained even today. That has been seen in the cases of acid attack where men take it upon their egos that the female is not reciprocating.
What is the way forward? What is the solution? Do you find any solution?
Sir, I think we have done, the government has been doing various programs such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, which are targeting the nudge component or the behavioral component. Awareness is one thing that we need to target in these cases. Not only women, but men should also be made stakeholders in these awareness programs. The education, we should target patriarchy right at the educational levels, right at the nascent levels. These could be some of the approaches that can be taken care of. Also, the female role models can be encouraged.
Do you think giving financial freedom to women will really help us in removing this patriarchal system?
Yes, sir, definitely, because the empowerment of women leads to their financial independence and independence in other spheres of life as well. So when we see independent women moving forward in society without the crutches that is the men, then I think it would really make an impact.
Okay, thank you.
Hello Aashna, how are you?
Hello sir, I'm good.
Aashna, we'll have some discussion emanating from the institutions you have attended or you're attending. You did your BA Honours English from LSR.
Yes.
Is that the case? And you have taken anthropology as your optional.
Yes, sir.
Anthropologically speaking, do you believe that all women institutions, they enhances the sexism in the society, or do you believe that they help in eradicating it?
Sir, I would say I believe they help in eradicating it by providing equal opportunity to the gender that has been historically disadvantaged.
I understand it being happening in say in Pulukwa or
Yes.
Other places, but metropolitan like ours,
Yes.
isn't it a place where our institution should be more gender neutral? You end up studying with from the male teachers.
Yes, sir.
So why not have your colleagues, your friends also from all genders?
Sir, I would like to take you back to the historical to the times when the institute was established. It was in 1956, right after independence, when female literacy was very low. So, sir, I would say when it was established, there was a need for women-only institutes so as to encourage women to attend them more. Also, today, even in the metropolitan cities, we see clutches of patriarchy, especially women not attending many STEM courses, how they are disadvantaged in society. Delhi is also called the rape capital. So, yes, women are disadvantaged in a lot of ways, and to provide assurance to the parents as well as assurance to the women that these spaces are exclusively for them and these spaces provide a very nurturing and a safe environment for them, I think that helps in...
But in turn, it deprives its own students the kind of a training and exposure they'll get, for example, a counterpart college like SRCC, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There are some disadvantages associated as well.
You're studying international relation. You also studied English literature. Both the subjects were available for UPSC mains.
Yes.
You end up taking something else. Why?
Sir, that is because I wanted to explore diverse fields during the course of my preparation. I did not choose literature because 60% of the syllabus of UPSC coincided with what I had already studied at my graduation level. So it was getting very repetitive. Also, international relations I ended up taking after I chose anthropology as my optional.
Recently, a social progress index was talked about. Can you tell me who releases it in our country? And how is it different from the international social progress index that's there for quite some time now?
I'm sorry, sir, I cannot recall who releases it in India, but if I may make a guess, I would say, is it Niti Aayog?
You can look at it, but tell me what are the components of it and how is it different from the international social SPI we talk about?
Sir, I don't have much
What are the
idea.
components of the SPI?
Sir, I don't have much idea, but they should be related to education, health, skill development.
How your state is performing in it? UP?
Sir, UP in terms of fertility rate has not been performing very well. The total fertility rate is still 2.7 while the national fertility rate is 2.0. Also,
And fertility rate is important component of SPI.
sir, it should.
You've been working with the NGO in the similar sector as SPI.
Yes, sir.
You don't talk about it. You like jogging.
Yes, sir.
How is it different from running?
Sir, it is a slower version of running.
And walking?
Sir, walking is yet more slow.
Okay, can you give me how much will be walking and running and jogging?
Sir, in jogging, I cover around 3 kilometers in 20 minutes. In running, I would be able to cover 3 kilometers in around 14 to 15 minutes. And in walking, it would be around 25 to 27 minutes.
How will the benefit differ in these three forms?
Sir, running is a more intense form. Not everyone can run. I am one of those people who get tired very easily when I run. So there is a great energy loss when you run. Whereas in jogging, there is some form of energy conservation. But it gives benefits more or less similar to jogging, to running. Also, sir, in terms of walking, it's a very slow form. It also provides good benefits, but the benefits are progressively more in terms of jogging as well as running. But I do not prefer running because it exhausts me more faster as compared to jogging.
Recently, there were news after news of people getting heart attacks while doing exercise like running or the gymming and all.
Yes.
Do you believe that it's a normal thing that's been happening, or there is something more than that?
So there is something unusual about it. Many people have also cited pre-workouts as one of the reasons for these heart attacks. When people take pre-workout and they do not get tired very easily, but the body gets tired and they do not feel it. So that could be cited as one of the reasons for a greater number of heart attacks while working out. Also, sir, when you do intensive workout and the heart rate goes really up. So one reason could be that as well.
That these things cannot be recent happenings. People must be doing these mistakes all through ages. Then why we are having so much news nowadays?
Sir, one reason could be the visibility factor. There has been a recent focus on why this is happening, also because this has happened with the celebrities as well, a few celebrities. So a visibility factor could be one reason that these are coming more in news and we are seeing these news more. Another factor could be the weather changes, the climate changes that are really compromising our immunities. So our targeted research has not been conducted on this. So we need to delve more into the reasons why this is happening.
Thank you, Aashna.
Thank you, sir.
Aashna, you have stayed in Udaipur also for a few years.
Yes, sir.
Who got constructed that famous lake of Udaipur?
Sir, Maharaja Uday Singh too.
Are you sure?
Fateh Sagar Lake, yes, sir.
And is it not older than the Maharajas in Udaipur?
Sir, the lake is older than the Maharajas, but the construction that has happened, for instance, the pavement and the walling of the lake, that has been done by Maharaja Uday Singh too and subsequent Maharajas as well.
So who should...
How much are you connected with your roots?
Ma'am, I would say I try to be connected to them. Though I have lived outside outside Pilakwa for quite a long time, but I have reconnected with it during the time of the COVID and have been there. And I've also tried to understand the local culture and how the industrial connect that Pilakwa gives as well.
Okay. Supposedly you are posted in some rural area. So what kind of challenges do you think you will have to face?
Ma'am, the first challenge would emanate from the health challenges, health-related depravity and the resistance of the doctors to work in the rural areas. The second, I would say, would be related to education.
No, your personal challenges as an officer.
As an officer. Ma'am, I would say I wouldn't face much challenges as an officer living in the rural areas because I have lived in a small town till around 14 years of my life. I've lived in my place, which is a small town. So I don't think I would face much challenges. I think I would be able to adapt.
Okay, what's the difference between living in a small town and you have spent so much time in a metropolitan city like Delhi?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a stark contrast between the two, where in a metropolitan city like Delhi, the taste of freedom is what attracts me. Whereas in the small towns, we are a little restricted. There is a close-knit community, and we have to take care whether we are not hurting the sentiments of the people there.